Okay, next step. I chose to put screws vertically down through this board because I didn't want to have those screws showing from the side of this shelf, and books will end up covering these screws anyway, so I made sure I got them flush or a little bit below the surface so they don't hang up the books that are going in there. Now, the next is the inside support for the top shelf, and you'll notice when I line these up here, they didn't get cut just perfectly. They're a little bit taller than the outside board here. That could happen when you go to Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever and get this wood cut for you, and you don't have your own table saw at home to make minor adjustments like this, or to take that measurement right there and cut it exactly where you need it. You can get some imperfections, but this is optional. It's not necessary. So I'm going to choose to discard this and not use those pieces, and I'm going to go directly to the top board and put it on. Now, when you put this top board on, what I like to do is start the screws before I put it up there. So put it on the workbench, put it on your floor, but not on your nice hardwood floor like this. You don't want to wreck the floor. And make sure something's under it to protect the floor. And then line up the first corner in the front. You want to make sure the front corner is lined up really good because that's the part you're going to see. Put that first screw in. And I'm going to choose to just make this screw flush. These screws are a decent looking screw, so it'll look just fine if it's flush with the wood there. I'm not going to recess it and fill it with wood putty. And then you go to the other side and you have to kind of squeeze that board into place before you put this front screw in here. So you want to do both of the front corners first. Pull it in, push down enough to hold it in place, and good. A little sanding might help after that. Now once those front ones are in, then you want to kind of push and pull and line everything up again because it's wood. Everything's a little bit warped and twisted. There's no perfectly straight edges in wood anywhere. So you grab this, pull it back a little like I'm doing, and then you're going to, once it's lined up, put that back screw in, and then I'm going to put 3 in the top just to make it real strong. Good. That one's lined up. Now I'm going to line up this side with my finger. This one's sticking way out, if you can see that. So I'm going to have to pull really hard to get that in. Might even use a rubber mallet and pound it a little bit to bring that in. And I'm actually going to put the middle one in first because I want that to line up and look good and not be bulging out at all. Okay, I'm good and flush there. I'm going to pull that in again a little bit more. And over time, that warp will work its way out of the wood as it sits like this. And then I just go around and I make sure all my screws are right where I want them. They're all a little bit recessed or flush so that I don't have them catching onto things. Now the next thing you're going to ask is, it's kind of a strange looking shelf from the front here, because it's got 2 thicknesses in here and 1 there. Or, if yours fit in perfectly, 2 thicknesses and 2 thicknesses. So that's what we cut these skinny pieces for. These are going to be a little dressing for the front. So I'm going to put these across the front like that. Perfect. Just the right length. And then you notice they'll dress up the front of this shelf real nice.